Hi, my name is Patty Chan from the Center for Music Innovations, and today's Erhu lesson I'm going to be teaching you a piece called Aurora's Theme from a video game called Child of Light. And I selected this piece because I think that it will help you with a lot of techniques like long bows and having a nice, consistent, smooth sound, changing strings, so from one string to the other string within one bow, making it a very smooth change. It will also help with rhythm, maintaining a steady tempo, and the rhythm is actually not too difficult, but there are tied notes and long notes that you have to really keep track of, and we'll have the metronome to help you with that. And then it will also develop listening skills, intonation, and also because you will be playing this piece with video recording, that will also help you stay in time with the video recording. And if you're at the stage where you're also learning vibrato, it's a great piece for you to practice your vibrato with because there's a lot of long notes. So let's get started. I won't play through the whole piece with you because it actually is quite repetitive. And the repetition will actually help you stay, once you know the notes better, stay relaxed and focused throughout the piece. And the notes are not difficult. You stay within the first position. And this piece is in G key, so let's just review the G key. Remember, G major has one sharp, and so if we played the scale starting on the D, there's your F sharp, then there's the C, so looking at the music, you'll notice that at bar 5, there is a string change. So from the G to the A, so from the inside string to the outside string, and it's in one bow. So the first note is a G, 2, 3, 4. So when you're practicing this, practice a lot of open string exercises where you're just going from, say, inside string to the outside string. So as you go out to the outside string, initially these two fingers are pressed against the bow hair. So there's pressure on the inside string, and as you go to the outside string, you relax the pressure of these two fingers. And your wrist continues, and you will eventually get to the outside string this way. Okay? So from the outside string back to the inside string, you do the same thing where you would have the pressure with the thumb to play the outside string. And as you go back to the inside string, you start applying pressure with these two fingers, and that will get you back into the inside string. So there's also tied notes. So looking at bars 7 to 8, you see that the D, the last D in the bar, is connected to the D in the bar 8. And that means that you would play that note, those two notes, the combined value of those two notes. So altogether there would be 6 beats that you'd be counting, and there's no stopping in between, so that's a tied note. Also important to note is that when you're changing strings or when you have slurs, you try not to stop the bow. If you stop the bow, then it will be detached, right? So you would be going and try to get it as smooth as possible. So what I'll do right now is I'm just going to play the first 3 lines or so, just so that you get an idea of how to do the bow changes. So let's start. We'll set my metronome to 128, which is just slightly below the tempo in the video. So you get an idea of how to count it. So it feels fast, but it's not that bad. So we start at the first bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. gives you an idea of around the tempo that you would be playing this piece. But of course, when you start playing initially, you don't go this fast. Okay, I would recommend that you go probably around 70, 80, and see which works better for you, so that you can stay relaxed and really focus on the bowing. So if it's at 70, it would sound like this: 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So then it will be challenging to play at this tempo because you really have to ration your bow and make sure you have enough bow for the full 8 beats or 6 beats or 4 beats. And that will take some practice. But because the notes are not too hard, you can just focus on the long bows first, and eventually it will get easier. So I hope you enjoyed this piece. I'll have the link down below, and you can eventually play it with the recording. Happy practicing.